Visit CCGcastle.com and get 5% discount on your purchase with TCG Center 5 code. Check video description or visit CCG Castle for more. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video we'll be looking at the deck that won HARROGATE Regional Championship in UK this month, like this weekend better to say that. Philip Schulz, player from Germany, played Zoroark with this interesting Gyarados tech, and he definitely beat the competition. So that's a pretty good idea to go with a Gyarados, just because with a double Color's energy you can easily one-hit knock out those Alolan GX decks and get quick edge against any other deck that plays heavily loaded special energy cards just by using those enhanced hammers. Since this deck only contains 4 double Color's energy cards, you definitely need to know what you're doing with this build, and you really need to be well prepared because you can easily run out the resources with this build. Oranguru on the other side with the resource management can definitely help in some situations, but again, you really need to test and play a lot before you actually try to use it. So yeah, there's just, many players, for example, like me, who are not playing on competitive level, but who have knowledge of almost the entire database in past 5 or 6 years, pretty much knowing all of the cards, all of the concepts, all of the possibilities and outcomes of play. But still, for example, even for me, sometimes decks like this could be a challenge if I'm playing them for the first time, or even if I'm facing them for the first time. I'm just gonna need a couple matchups until I be ready to know how to actually exploit pretty much weaknesses and advantages of this deck. So let's just talk a little bit about the deck list by itself. So standard 4/4 line with the Zoroark with Reduce Bidding and Trade. So yeah, with the Zoroark you can go for 120 with Reduce Bidding, it's not bad. Choice Band, it can go up to 150, and Kukui up to 170, and that's the max amount of damage that this deck is capable to do with the Zoroark. On the other side, with Gyarados, Venting Anger, that damage can be increased significantly. It can range up from like 50 plus Choice Band and Kukui for like 100 up to 250 damage counters. It just depends on how many Magikarps you're going to have in your discard pile, and that's pretty much it, that's how you're gonna play it. Because you can evolve Ditto into Gyarados, and then you can have 4 Magikarps and hit for 200, 230, 250 with Kukui and Choice Band. If we speak about just, GX Pokemons. So this deck also have Alolan Muk. Power of Alchemy is a very nice ability. It can perfectly fit in the Ditto deck. It can stop some decks for sure. Now you can have good advantage against some decks. Also 1 copy of Marshadow and 2 copies of Tapu Lele for that supporter, and extra search, or shuffle, let's better say that. Supporter search and hand shuffle. 4 2-line of the Magikarp and Gyarados, 3 submerge Magikarps that can prevent damage down to the bench, and 1 Magikarp with Splashing Dodge. Why? I just don't know why. I'm still confused a little bit why he just didn't go with 4 copies of Magikarps with Submerge. I'm just trying to see if I can find something out. Pretty much I don't know why. Maybe there was some sort of issues when he was building the deck, or maybe he just wrote a wrong name, but it makes no sense. Splashing Dodge, you don't have Water Energy card, or am I missing something? Yeah, he don't have a Rainbow Energy or Water Energy, so basically he can't use the Splashing Dodge, so I'm just confused why, but never mind, actually. This is much better because it can prevent damage down to the bench. 3 copies of Enhanced Hammer, 1 Max Potion, 1 Mystery Treasure. With Mystery Treasure you can search Marshadow, Tapu Lele, and Muk, so it makes sense. 2 copies of Pulpets, so we can recycle some of the supporter cards. Copy of Rescue Stretcher, 4 copies of Timer Ball, and 4 copies of Ultra Ball. Obviously this deck contains evolution lineup of 4 Zoroarks and 2 Gyarados. It really relies on those ability of those evolution Pokemon, so having Timer Ball could be a good way to go. 3 copies of Acerola, so easily to recover those heavily damaged Zoroarks from play. Not too many Drow supporters, actually 4 of them, 2 Cynthias and 2 Judge. In addition to that, he also played actually 1 Titanizer as well, so it was bottom left, I didn't notice it. 3 copies of Guzma, 4 copies of Professor's Elm Lecture, very important to start with the Professor's Lecture so you can set up your bench properly, 2 Kukuis for extra damage and also 2 card draw, and 3 Choice Bands and 4 copies of Double Course Energy. So very interesting deck list, well built, and I would probably assume it's also very consistent. It should be very consistent with 3 Professor's Elms and 4 Timer Balls. I just simply don't see why this deck would not be consistent. But there's also a Marshadow who can also give you the Let Loose ability, and 2 Tapu Lele-s in case if you need something like Judge, for example, and stuff like that. So yeah, I will be playing 1 game with this deck. So make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. And yeah, congratulations to Philip for winning the regional championship once again. And yeah, see you in the game. And we are ready to go. So I'm gonna call heads as usual, standard procedure when I'm playing game. Unfortunately, I didn't want a coin flip, so my opponent can definitely decide to start first if he wants, and obviously he decided to go first. Not the best opening hand for me. No sign of Professor's Elm Lecture, neither Ultra Ball or maybe Mystery Treasure. So the only thing I can do, I can play my Judge. But on the other side, it's a good thing that my opponent have this Latios with a Breakthrough, and at least I can reduce some damage. Weavile is gonna be tricky for me, that's for sure, especially with that Rule of Evil and Evil of Domination. So those Weaviles are actually gonna damage me a lot, so this is some sort of damage splash deck for my opponent. I can already see that, a skateboard. Alright. Retreat to Tapu Koko, 1 a Lily. So Lily for 7 turn 1, that's a near perfect situation for my opponent. Another Nazball, probably for another Tapu Koko. And more than that, we're probably gonna see pass. Probably he's not gonna attach, you know, Double Course Energy to the Tapu Koko. If he decides to do that, I'm definitely gonna be happy. Even Rainbow Energy would be nice. Even Counter if he plays on any of them. Energy Lotto, there we go. So in the next 7 cards, there's not gonna be Energy. Okay, another Energy Lotto. Something tells me that he should be able to get at least 1 Double Course Energy. But the question still remains, will he decide to attach it? Yes, so if I can find the Enhance Hammer, I can easily knock that energy out, which is a good thing, you know. So let's go with the Judge. Let's see if the odds are going to be on my side or not. So Ditto, Zorua, and Professor's Elm Lecture. But for now, I'm just gonna say that I'm gonna pass my turn. The reason is pretty simple, you know. I don't want to give my opponent, you know, chance to spread 6 damage counters instead only 2, you know. I'm just gonna try to bypass that somehow, at least for now, you know. Good thing about Professor's Elm Lecture is the fact that you can simply search a deck for 360 HP or less Pokemon and put them into your hand. As it looks right now, there's no way that my opponent can knock my Zorua with the Pokemon that he have right now in play. And there's 1 Evil of Domination and 1 Rule of Evil and also 1 Tapu Koko and Fly Flip only for 20. Okay, Ultra Ball. This sounds much better. What are we gonna do here? We're gonna grab 2 Magikarps and 1 more Zorua. Perfect. Those Magikarps can easily be discarded. And then I can grab 1 Zoroark-GX, obviously for that trade. And only card that I can trade at this moment from my hand will be that Professor's Elm Lecture. But if I can find Double Course Energy, I can start to doing some damage. But for now, that's not gonna be the case. Anyways, it's still good. It's still good. It's not that bad. But the hand was not the best. The hand was not the best, you know. So he immediately decided to play another fly flip. Another Professor Zen lecture. Alright, so I'm running 3 copies of Acerola, so I can easily scoop some of the Pokemons that I have into my hands. So let it be trade for Pulpet. I'm searching for that double course energy, which I managed to get. In perfect scenario, I can knock him out, but he can knock me out actually next turn, so let's not try to take the risk, you know. Let's not try to take the risk here. This is going to be another trade, so I still have Ultra Ball available. Maybe I get lucky and maybe I manage to knock the Tapu Koko out. So there is another Zorua, and I can go with the Ultra Ball, which is gonna be very expensive Ultra Ball, but I'm gonna risk. I'm gonna risk. Who cares? Maybe for let loose Marshadow. Maybe not. Maybe just for that Oranguru with resource management. It sounds like a much better idea. Okay, so at the end I managed to hit for 120. So that was the exact idea I was looking for. It didn't look the best, but at the end it ended up pretty well. Alright, so he decided to go with the Rule of Evil one instead of the Evil Elimination one. With this one, he can hit for like 150, and there's a counter catcher play. I was very scared about that, but it's actually good because I can use right now resource management and maybe recover those double course energies back into my deck. I'm gonna need Gyarados for sure. So Gyarados is the way to go right now. So Gyarados and some sort of Guzma maybe wouldn't be that bad. So there we go with the Shrine of Punishment. So Kukui. Yeah, I don't need that. Let's see, maybe I can flip 2 heads on the coin flip. Maybe I can flip 2 tails on the coin flip. I'm gonna go with Kukui. And a timer ball. Ooh, what the heck. Alright, we can go with 1 trade. And still with another trade. And then still with 1 more trade. After this first trade. And I do have Guzma for next turn. I'm still hoping for that energy, maybe. Nope. Keep searching. Keep trying to find. I don't think so. I'm not gonna use that Muk. Okay, 4 copies of Zoroark and 1 Ditto. Means the next turn, Evil Elimination can strike me for 250. But even if that happens, I will try to get that double course energy for the knockout versus that Weavile. And after that, oh, he just immediately decided to pass his turn. There it is. There is the Gyarados. So let's go with couple trades. Alright, 3 Guzmas in my hand, that's good. I'm just trying to get my double course energy so I can use resource management, but it looks like that's just not gonna happen. And since that's the case, 2 enhanced hammers. That's really nice to see. Unfortunately, it's not gonna happen, so I'm gonna play Guzma. For this Weavile, obviously. And I'm gonna use Radius Bidding for 120. There we go. Enhanced Hammer, wow. 3 enhanced hammers. That's insane. That Shrine of Punishment actually doing a good job. Luckily I have my max potion available, so another counter catcher wouldn't be bad for my opponent. Ooh, okay, there we go. So this might be another Guzma play, as expected. As expected. 60 to all of my Zoroarks. Time to use my max potion. Definitely is. Definitely is. Alright, first things first. I'm playing Guzma, that's for sure. So maybe one copy of Acerola wouldn't be that bad. Okay. I have like one more trade available, so I'm definitely gonna go with it. I'm not gonna need that choice band. Pulpad. What we can get back with the Pulpad? Those Acerolas for sure, but not for now. Actually, why not? Maybe I'm gonna need it next turn. For now, just reduce bidding. 120. Taking another prize card, there's another Cynthia. Okay, he definitely needs to go in the active position with Weavile. He needs to take the risk. He needs to get that energy card so he can use that Rule of Evil so he can knock my Zoroark out. That's the only way that he can win this game, but after that, I know that I have enough resources to get that another double course energy in play. But if my opponent plays something like... There's another Guzma, so he had another Guzma actually. Luckily I have another one in my hand available. And there's a Rescue Stretcher, so this might be for another Sneasel, and it is. Alright. Let me see, what do we have left in this deck? 3 Acerolas, double course energy, okay. A lot of good resources, I should say. Okay, so I think I can play one trade. And then another trade. And then I can Rescue Stretcher. Alright. So there we go with Reduce Bidding. Important one. Next turn I'm ready to play my Acerola, so I can basically scoop my heavily damaged Zoroark and keep that energy available for the next turn. That's very important. And I think that's pretty much the GG at this stage of the game. So Judge definitely broke my opponent, but still one powerful Rule of Evil can change this entire course of the game into my opponent's favor. So potentially he can snatch, like, I should say, 6 prize cards in just a single turn. Hopefully that's just not gonna happen, you know, but single Sneasel evolving into Weavile can win this game. So even Breakthrough can do some damage, but nothing significantly to end this game. So what are we gonna do here? I'm gonna play my Acerola, so that's gonna save the day here, and another Zoroark will be promoted in the active position. So I need one more Pokemon on the bench in order to hit for 120, and right now I can definitely do that. And even if next turn my opponent can knock me out with the Weavile, it doesn't matter because I can just discard that Magikarp from my hand and attack with my Gyarados for the one-hit knockout. And that's gonna be the GG. Is that another counter catcher? It is. It is. Luckily I have 2 retreat cost and oh. Okay, he should not definitely go with that Tapu Koko on the bench because you can't know if your opponent have Guzma available. If he don't, then if he don't even have Energy Core, you can potentially try to deck him out. 2 Zoroarks gonna be knocked out. So it turns out that my Gyarados will win this game. So, well played, definitely. Just one tiny mistake. Yeah, he took knockout versus 2 Zoroarks. Yeah, the reason why he lost this game is simply because he decided to put Pokemon on the bench. If he didn't put Pokemon on the bench, I wouldn't be able to play my Guzma, and that would be pretty much it. But right now, since I can play Guzma, for example, I have 2 different outcomes. I can even knock him out with my Gyarados, or I can even knock him out with my Zoroark. It doesn't matter. But since this deck also contains a Gyarados, why simply not to attack with it? Shall we do that? Double Color's Energy, Gyarados for his Tapu Lele, and I can take my last prize card, knocking his Tapu Lele with my Vintage Anger for 150, and that's a very impressive game. But also very impressive play from my opponent's side of the field, you know. He also almost managed to score the game. The reason why he lost the game once again is simply because he decided to put Pokemon on the bench. If he didn't do that, probably I wouldn't have option to retreat, and I could still, you know, scoop my Zoroark from the bench and try to set another one, and maybe just attach energy for the resource management and get some time to even attack with my Oranguru, but that would be a complete different story. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to hit the thumbs up, sub the channel for more videos, and let me know in the comments below also what you think about this winning deck list. Once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.